I risked my last $5,000 and it almost made me homeless. A multiple six-figure entrepreneur, so why was I about to go bankrupt? The decision you make when your last bit of capital can decide whether your company thrives or collapses. In this video, I'll break down the exact framework I used to rebuild my company, the one strategic move that freed up 15% of my profit, and how to give your money a second job. At 20 years old, I generated multiple six figures in gross revenue through my trading educational business, automation systems, and mentorship programs, all under one academy. But that didn't happen without chaos at first. I had strong products, real client results, and momentum, but zero financing. At one point, I was almost bankrupt after a failed business relationship. I was doing support, closings, onboarding, ads, and fulfillment all by myself. This is a classic startup trap. You're so focused on building the product that you forget to build the company. I had leads but no financing. Good clients couldn't pay up front and I was losing them. I was losing too much money to partnerships. I had to bridge the gap or I'd keep losing them. My brand took a hit after the scam. I was at a crossroads. My last $5,000 was sitting in my account. I was a couple clicks away from losing it all, or I could use it to fix the chaos. I was broke, not broken. That's the difference between bouncing back and burning out. With my last $5,000, I made a bet. I paid two partners $5,000 up front plus 5% per deal. This wasn't a desperation move, it was a calculated gamble to solve my biggest problem. The deal, in return, they gave me access to third-party financing platforms. The back end I was missing, the financing companies themselves took 8%. These partners also managed sales and fulfillment temporarily. In total, my front-end cost was 38% of gross revenue. To break it down, 10% was closer, 5% was my setter, another 5% for sales and management, 5% for connecting me with the financing partners, and another 8% for the financing partners themselves. This equaled out to 38% gross revenue. Just to keep this straight up as well, this did not include ads or any lead magnets, funnels, none of that fun stuff in the beginning to even attract the clients. On paper, it looks like a terrible deal because it was, but that 38% was the bridge needed. It solved the financing problem, created cash flow, and gave me the space to breathe. That $5,000 open financing, cash flow, and the ability to scale again. It was the turning point, but the real lesson wasn't in making the deal. It was in knowing when to walk away. Once the company was stable, the 38% cost was no longer a necessity. It was a liability. I was losing too much to partnerships. I had to rebuild internal systems so more of the profit stayed in-house. I eventually bought out their 5%, took back fulfillment and sales management, and reduced my front-end cost to 23%. That 15% wasn't just extra profit. It gave me breathing room, control, and crucial margin to grow again. This is the real game. Not just making money, but bringing the profit in-house and strategically deploying it. I started treating my money like employees. What would it look like if your money had a second job? Recycling it isn't just for the environment. It's how money compounds. Trading profits went directly to paying for ads. Those ad bleeds were then closed using the financing systems. That new revenue funded real estate, team hires, and growth. I didn't just make money, I moved it smartly to regain trust. After the scam, I focused on transparency, automation proof, and actual delivery. No fluff. The Win Academy AI software, which I partnered with coders to build, is a key part of this. It's a plug-and-play automated trading system that trades based on backtested and rule-based automation with over 15 years of historical data. But it's not just a bot. We train users how to understand the markets, not just rely on the bot. The goal is to provide actual value before they ever pay, because trust comes before a transaction. The first time, it's a lesson. If you repeat it, it's a choice. The entire journey was about fixing real problems, not chasing trends. It's about building systems that can't be broken. So what's your money's second job? By the way, guys, if you guys want to learn more about my story and how I was able to build so many different businesses, if you guys want to learn from my mess ups and my failures, I'm going to link my book below. I just released it. It's called Currency of Mindset. Don't miss the next one. Hit subscribe.